with so many people in each country who do not profess belief in Jesus Christ, and churches wrestle with this, I realize, why do we focus on unreached people groups as one major emphasis that we want to make? Now, granted, I can predict some of your answers, and we realize that there's a small percentage of those missionaries that are commissioned and are sent out that are really focused on this. Why is this important to WorldVenture and to organizations like WorldVenture?
Well, like you said, the world's a huge place, and there's so many different ways that we could go. And some of the ways we're going is training people from those areas where we've gone to go out into their neighbors or into other countries. And there's story upon stories of those. But we focus on about 88 different unreached people groups. And we're looking at those in terms of that's where the gospel needs to go, that where they do not have potentially access to it, or they've never had someone living among them, so they've actually seen what it means to be a Christian. They may have heard about Christians, but they've never actually seen a Christian and what the life and what it means to live out your life in a relationship to Jesus Christ. I think too that like I said earlier, that relationship is so critical, and that we've looked at these peoples that they don't hear the gospel. So the question is, and it's not easy, how are we going to bring the gospel there? Maybe they have the Bible in their language. Maybe they don't. It involves translation. We have people doing translation. Maybe it involves people with our producing media type of exposure to get that first exposure in there. And then what we see is we want to go there because we want everybody to hear. And that's what God said. His love is for everybody in the world. And that can be people who are never, ever heard and never have an opportunity to hear. I was in a remote part of a country with a person who'd never heard anything. And that's one reason we want to go. Others may have had some exposure, but we want to give them a little deeper understanding. And we want them to be able to say, hey, this is what it really means. And much like I did at 5 years of age, say, I need this, and to bring it there. And it's because of a need.